Just show the world appreciation and we're more than grateful. Now really trying to get too deep and tell me more about you. You should have seen the way I look when them ones came about you. Once upon a time inside your mind.
Welcome everybody to Off the Cuff. I am Adam Banks. Thank you for listening to the show. Nelly is in the studio with me. Nelly, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good, Adam. How about you?
I'm doing good. You know, you were dancing to that music that we were playing just now.
Oh, I love Najee.
Oh, did you like that? How did you know who that was?
I met him at Polly's Toasted Barrel in downtown Lexington.
Well, he's a good artist. Well,
He's awesome.
Nelly, it's been cold. It's snowing outside. Last time I checked, it was 19 degrees.
I know.
I'm freezing my tail off.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you get your lottery ticket?
No.
It's up to $1.3 billion.
Yeah, I know.
You need to run out and get that.
Well, I will.
All right, well, Nelly, we have a special guest, and of course you've kind of let the cat out of the bag because you've told everybody that our next guest is Najee. So you say that you met Najee at Lexington, Kentucky, where we do the show. You met him at Polly's Toasted Barrel.
Correct.
On New Year's.
Love Polly.
So how did this connection come about?
We were just there for New Year's Eve, and I happened to be up at the stage, you know me, dancing, and he pointed at me.
Yeah.
So we had a discussion.
On stage, while he was on stage?
Yeah.
You had a discussion? On stage. He had a mic on stage, and you guys were talking.
He shouted out to me, and I asked him if he would like to be on our podcast.
Yeah.
And he said definitely, and then... Here we are.
Well, that's awesome. So I looked him up, and I've read some things about him. Griffin is a hip hop artist, originally from California, now residing in Michigan, who popped up on the scene back in 2011. He's opened up for major artists such as Young Jock and Big Sean. And Najee is also a firm believer that dreams do come true because he has created over 9 mixtapes in 3 years and has worked with artists around the country, performing in major cities such as Los Angeles, Miami, and Detroit. So he's the big deal.
Right.
So
I'm excited.
So here to welcome to the show tonight, we have via the telephone in Michigan, Najee. Najee, how's it going, boy?
Going pretty good, man. How's it going?
Hey, we're doing fine. Nelly, say hi to your boy.
Hey, Najee.
How you doing, Nelly?
And girls, he's cute as a button.
All right, Najee. Listen, I've been doing my research on you, and I've read up on you, and I just want to say, most people don't know what they want to do when they get older. Hell, Nelly, she don't know what she wants to do when she gets older either.
When I grow up.
Yeah, when she grows up. But I read that she wanted to pursue a career as a musician after attending a Yin Yang Twins and Wiz Khalifa concert at the age of 11. What was it that those two artists brought to the table that gave you the spark of wanting to go out and do what they do?
Well, I don't know. It's kind of a long story. I've always kind of been a little bit of a attention stealer growing up. Like, I love dancing. I love being,
right.
I love being in, like, the circles and everything.
Me too. Imagine that.
You guys are brother and sister.
Yeah, but just seeing people get that kind of reaction from, a large audience just telling their own story and doing something that they love doing really kind of inspired me to try to go out and make that happen for myself.
So, what is your ultimate career goal with this? In other words, what are you hoping to accomplish in the work that you do?
Oh, I'd love to win a Grammy. That's what I'd love to do. I'd love to have a #1 record and win a Grammy for something. I don't care what it is.
Absolutely.
Hey, I can see that happening.
Hey, whatever business that you're in, your main objective should be to win their top title. Like, if I was in the WWF, my goal would be the WWF Championship.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Grammy is the ultimate.
The Grammy is the WWF Championship to the music business. Yes. Najee, you travel around the country and you visit different amazing cities, as I read off in the beginning of the show, and you perform in front of live audiences all across the country. That has to be intoxicating because when I'm doing a remote podcast in front of a crowd, nothing gets my juices flowing more than that. So, you kind of have a celebrity status in some ways. There's all kinds of perks with it. But for you personally, what has been the most satisfying part of you getting to perform in front of a live audience?
It's just an instant crowd reaction. Like, sometimes I've done shows where some people will come out and give you the, like, who the heck are you face? Like, we've never heard you before. And some places that I've gone to, it's just, like, instant. Like, they just instantly accept you. They instantly start moving to the music. And
one of the very beginning.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, one of the greatest moments I want to say that was kind of random was when I opened up for Big Sean, and I met him backstage, and he actually knew who I was ahead of time.
Wow.
And I think, That threw me
cool.
all the way off. I had no idea how to react to that because I'm a really big fan of the guy. And for him to tell me that he knew who I was, I felt like a little kid in the candy store. I
bet you did. What all kind of different types of venues do you play at?
I've done a lot of different karaoke spots. It was kind of what I've been hitting recently. And the whole entire thing in Lexington was completely not planned whatsoever. I just had a video of me emceeing at a bar up here in Michigan in my phone, and I showed the DJ, and he turned around, looked at me, handed me the mic, and said, "You're going on at 11:30, and you're going to bring in the New Year's."
Wow.
So you just traveled to Lexington from where he was at, or was you just in Lexington, just hanging out in Lexington?
Me and my friend of mine kind of did a pull random city out of a hat type thing.
Yeah.
To go for New Year's because we kind of got sick of the whole spending it at the same bars in Michigan. So we just randomly did it, and we had a buddy of mine that I guess used to live in Lexington up here in Michigan that told us about the Toasted Barrel. So
it's awesome.
once our original plans fell through, we just kind of went for it.
Oh, man, you rocked it. When you were here, like, you had the place bumping. I mean, what'd you think of Lexington? Did you like it?
Oh, I loved it. I enjoyed the heck out of it.
Is this a place that you need to find a venue here? Nelly, can we help him out? Can we find him a venue to come and perform at? Let's work on that.
With Paulie.
You know what? We're going to work on that, Najee, and we're going to have you come in more often.
Paulie's is always packed and hopping.
Yes, absolutely.
Always.
Yes, and
yeah, I'd love to do that.
Yeah, I mean, because
we got the University of Kentucky here. We got all them students.
UK, it's a big college town. Najee, their
awesome.
Big Blue Nation is all over this city, and you would fit right in with them, man, because you kind of are a college age guy, which brings me to my next question. I read also that you created a remix of Wiz Khalifa's Black and Yellow called Brown and Yellow, and you dedicated it to Western Michigan University. And overnight, that song became a hit, getting over thousands of plays and downloads. What went into making that decision to make that remix?
All right, well, it just happened so fast. It was ridiculous. So it was like a Monday night. I was hanging out with this random frat on campus, and a buddy of mine was just kind of joking around, like, "Hey, like, I know you kind of messed around a little bit and did a blue and yellow. You should do a brown and yellow for Western." And next thing you know, I wrote it on Tuesday, recorded it on Wednesday, put it out on Thursday, and by Friday it was in full rotation for the main radio station here in Kalamazoo, Michigan.
Wow.
And yeah.
Listen, you have to keep doing your craft. Like everything, like when I started my podcast, I started on my friend's couch with my iPhone, and now I'm in a studio with elaborate equipment being broadcasted on the radio. It's just really cool, man, because you just never know what you're going to get out of things when you start. Like, you've got to start from something.
Oh, yeah.
I read, Najee, unfortunately, at a young age, at the age of 2 to be exact, you lost your mother, which made you have to leave California and go to Michigan to where you were raised by your grandparents. And I read that your artist name derives from the memory of your mother, Cassandra Michelle Griffin. Would you say your mother is a big inspiration in your music?
Yeah, she's definitely the number one inspiration. I'm 100%. Like, every single time I go out on that stage and just hear people say, "Hey, Griffin, you're doing a good job, you're doing this, you're doing that," it just makes you think of her every single time. And that's really the main thing that pushes me to keep going, because in this industry, there's a lot of people trying to do it, and there's times where I don't necessarily get the support that I feel like I deserve, and it really kind of brings me down. But just thinking of that and thinking of the name that I'm creating with that memory kind of really keeps me, moving forward and, trying to get everything
I want you to know that we're 100% behind you. We believe in you. We think you're awesome.
We think that, you never know where you get your talent from. You could have got it from your mom.
Oh, yeah. So my grandpa, funny story, my grandpa drummed for B.B. King at one point in time in his life.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and so that was really interesting. Like, that's it. That was really interesting, being raised in a jazz environment. Like,
that is awesome.
That's cool.
I want to say your connection with the audience that night was amazing. And people, you all know how old I am. But we connected and had a ball the rest of the night being crazy. Me being crazy mostly.
Yeah, you never stopped dancing, I'll tell you that.
We had a good time, didn't we?
So, Najee, what else inspires you?
Honestly, just just the way it feels like being in front of crowds really gets me. Like, knowing the kind of impact that music had on my life, like, and me being able to do that for other people is kind of a really big source of inspiration for me, because I've had a lot of different life situations happen, and I can name 4 or 5 songs right after that that really helped me get through it.
Who did you live with after your mother passed?
His grandparents.
My grandparents.
Oh, okay.
So we have. So, what have you found to be the most frustrating part about the music business?
The amount of support, honestly. There's a lot of people that'll sit there and be in your face and pretend to have your back when they see good things going for you, but half the time they won't even share a song or show up to a show. But, that happens with everybody. You got to start off in a room full of... Huh?
She said a little bit of that is jealousy.
Oh, yeah. That comes and goes, though. That's a part of it.
Najee, we know you like to do music. That's your thing. Besides performing and writing music, what else do you like to do in your spare time?
Oh, I love movies. I'm a movie nerd to the core.
Are you a Netflix and chill type of guy?
I'm a Netflix and chill by myself type of guy.
Can I give you a suggestion to watch? I'm going to give you a suggestion to watch on Netflix, okay, Najee?
All right.
I want you to watch The Human Centipede 3. That movie.
Oh, I watched it. I already seen it.
That is crazy.
I don't know why I watched it.
Did that not blow your mind? I watched it the other day.
I had to throw up. Do you hear me?
I watched it the other day, and I really it changed my life, like in such a negative way.
Yeah, it was strange. Well, I watched the first 2, and then when I saw the third one came out, I was kind of like, okay, well, I've already put myself through these. How bad could this one really be?
That's the way I did.
I
thought it couldn't be no worse than these were.
Yeah.
But
it was. It did it.
I really don't know. Now I really don't know why I requested him to watch that movie, because now he probably thinks we're freaks for requesting that.
Oh,
he probably already knows I am.
Yeah. My suggestion for anybody listening and to you guys is to watch that Making a Murder documentary series. It is ridiculous. I couldn't put that thing down. I almost watched all 10 episodes in a full day.
Yeah, we agree. We started the first episode, and Nelly and I both, we were talking about it, and we actually did a few podcasts about the docuseries too. We agreed. You got good taste, man, so you're not going to be a Netflix and chill guy alone for a long time. You'll find somebody, especially out there in them venues.
Yeah.
Daggone. I mean,
Oh, honey, you're young. Don't get just one just yet.
So, Najee, just another kind of off-the-wall question, an off-the-cuff question. And it don't have to be something in the music industry, but what is your biggest pet peeve? What gets on your nerves more than anything? Is it the...
Flaky people.
Flaky people, and I love the fact that you use flake. I hate when people flake.
Yeah, I just I don't understand why. Maybe it's a family issue or it's something from my past. But just if you make plans with people, it really drives me nuts when people break them, and especially like after you've waited multiple days for something to happen, and the day of it just gets canceled. It drives me nuts.
Right.
I don't know why.
And you got to work your schedule around it to make sure that you can go. So you've had to change up your things, and then they decide on the last day that they want to tell you, "Hey, I can't go." That happened to me on my birthday last year, Nelly.
Cool.
Yeah, I was pissed. I was
sorry to hear that.
I was upset. Oh, well, I appreciate it, Najee. So, when's the next time you're coming to Lexington? Do you have any upcoming shows, man? I want to know when you're coming back to Kentucky, though.
I'm interested in coming back anytime. Me and my buddy that I came down there with are actually trying to work it out so we can come back soon.
All right,
but
Nelly.
I don't know. I'd love to find a venue down there.
You should talk to Polly.
Well, we're going to talk to Polly. Nelly knows Polly. Nelly and Polly.
He always hugs me and kisses me.
Yeah, every time we walk in, though, that Polly is always kissing Nelly on the cheek. So we're going to hook you up with a venue here in town, and when you do, man, we're going to hook up again and do a in-person podcast because we really enjoyed you joining us.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys having me.
Well, man, good luck to everything to you. And if you need anything from us, you got our numbers, man. Najee, again, thanks for being on the show.
Thank you so much.
Bye, Najee.
See ya.
All right, Najee, Nelly, Najee. Nelly, what'd you think?
Oh, I love him. You know I do.
He's a good guy. He's a good guy. He's a friendly guy. I feel like that he had a good time on the show. I think he felt really relaxed, and I think it really went well.
I do too.
You know, it really went well. You know, I'm so happy when these interviews are over, and that sounds awful, but I'm so just like
drained,
relaxed, and just so much pressure's on me when I'm about to do an interview.
Yeah.
And I'm just so glad that it's over and that it's done. But now I'm ready to go out and conquer the world. But that was Najee.
He was easy to
talk to and have fun with. Yeah, we really need to get him back here.
He was that night. I mean, he's just a nice person.
We really need to get him back here.
Yeah.
I really do think that. I think that you can work on getting him a venue at Polly's Toasted Barrel.
Yeah. We have to go back down there.
Yeah. So, Najee, hopefully he puts this podcast out there on his sites, his social media sites he did last time. But, Najee, it was great having you on, and always thank you to the listeners for listening to the show. Nelly, thank you for being here and doing this with me. This is always fun to do it with you.
Thanks, Adam.
Oh, you know, it's no problem at all. We'll see you, ladies and gentlemen, on Off the Cuff. Follow me on Adam Banks 88. We'll see you next time.
Bye, you guys.
The other day I met a pretty girl. She open-minded and she wanna see the world. She talk about all of the things she never